Hello my Fumi Nation, how are you? How are we? Breaking news, Daejhanae has been arrested and she's going to be extradited to Mexico. I want to start by saying thank you guys who really bombarded my DMs. I'm in London, so I get all of this news 5-6 hours after you guys already got it. There is an investigative journalist. His name is Gerardo Zuniga. He is in Mexico and he goes underground, himself and his team, to really find out what happens to unsolved cases and cases that are hushed up. He's been with the Shankwella Robinson case on the 19th day after the incident happened. He's a very interesting gentleman. I'm going to put a link here because I watched an interview that he did with another YouTuber, GERARD. Yes, GERARD. He did a lengthy interview and there were a lot of things that came to light. Needless to say, he is the one that broke the story. He is the one that put onto his website of his company, Polity, and he let everybody know, all of us YouTubers, bloggers, influencers, blah, 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 that are following this case, that Daejhanae has been arrested. She was arrested in America and she's going to be extradited to Mexico. But before I continue, let me go ahead and tell you what was on his website. And he had the good graces of having this in English as well as in Spanish. So here we go, my darlings. It says, breaking news, Daejhanae Jackson arrested in the United States. Daejhanae Jackson was placed in federal custody, waiting for her to begin her extradition process to Mexico. San Jose del Cabo, Baja California, sir. During the night of November 28th, Daejhanae Jackson was arrested by Interpol agents after a control judge issued an arrest warrant against her for the crime of femicide of Shankwella Robinson, murdered on October 29th in the Cabo Villas complex in this tourist destination. Daejhanae Jackson was placed in federal custody, waiting for her to begin her extradition process to Mexico, where she will be formally accused of the femicide of 25-year-old businesswoman. The extradition process took between 1 and 2 weeks, resulting from the procedure that the Attorney General's Office of Justice carried out in the Attorney General's Office of the Republic, and this in turn to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Mexico. The Attorney General's Office of the state of Baja California, sir, managed to prove that the woman who appears in the video attacking Shankwella Robinson is precisely Daejhanae Jackson, as Metropoli MX reported at the time. So this is the beginning, guys. I want not one, but I want all 6. The good news here is that as they take Daejhanae, Daejhanae is going to sing like a canary. How ironic. Daejhanae went to Mexico. She was preparing herself to beat mercilessly a 25-year-old woman. Now she does not know what kind of horror show she's going to find as she goes to Mexico. And we will find out whether Daejhanae Jackson is trans. I feel that she is not. Although having watched the horrible video, that looked like a beating from a man. But we're going to find out. Apparently, Daejhanae is listed as trans in Mexico. This is a very sensitive subject. It really is. Because I do have trans friends. And they're having a difficult time. Because one does something bad, all of them are going to be blamed for it. All of them are sitting with this horrific situation. So let us be patient. Let us be patient. Let us find out what is what. Because anything that you bring into this case, there are people that are also going to be held accountable. So let us watch how we're pointing fingers. Daejhanae Jackson, if she is trans, alrighty, then this is a whole other ball game. Because in essence, Shanquella was beaten by a man. That's just facts. Let's call it what it is. But if it is not the case, we also have to put into consideration the trans community. It's hard on them as it is. They don't need this if it is not true. Okay? Ever since I learned about Shanquella Robinson, I don't know about you guys, I just haven't slept. I haven't been able to shake this. For those of you that are my regulars, I upload every single day. Ever since this case with Shanquella, I haven't been able to. It's almost as if something in me is missing. That is how this case has affected everybody on a global scale. And I tell you right now, it doesn't matter how long this takes, 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, I will always be here to update you guys on what is going on. I want to hear from these guys exactly why. Why did you do this to Shanquella? We know it's jealousy, but exactly what are the details? I want to know. I don't want any of them to have immunity. Because if you get immunity, it means that they get all of the information and they are not punished for their crime. She is going to be in a Mexican jail, I'm under the impression, up and throughout this case. The interesting thing is there's no jury. It is the judge that is going to deliver her punishment after, of course, the prosecution, defense have come together and said both sides. And the judge will now decide exactly what kind of punishment for Daejhanae as well as the other 5 culprits, the 6 in total, the Cabo 6. I want us to keep in our prayers Shanquella's parents, her wonderful father, who I only found out Shanquella was his only child. I believe that they are just running on E right now. When I say that, they will mourn after they have gotten justice for Shanquella. I can't begin to imagine. And, you know, we really have to hold them up in prayer. They are so very strong. Guys, if you want any of this information, plus the scroll of Geraldo's website, I have it onto my Instagram page. It is on the profile. Anything I put in my stories will expire after 24 hours. So I have it for you guys in my profile. You'll see it and you'll see Shanquella. Everything I update there. You can follow the highlight. Everything is there. I am waiting. To be honest, I am waiting till this is officially announced. But Geraldo Zuniga has been on this case from the very beginning. He wants justice and he wants the truth. He mentioned a couple of things and I was like, oh my God, because I was here and I kind of, you know, added 1 and 2 together and this is what I came up with. And he confirmed what I said, that Shanquella had passed before the doctor arrived.
Bueno, nosotros corroboramos con algunos agentes de investigación implicados en el caso que estaban investigando y logramos obtener alguna información que pudimos ver que la policía y la doctora que entrevistaron, que sale en el reporte, habían mentido. Uno.
Okay, so
Bueno.
we were collaborating with with the investigators who were in charge of the case and had collaborated the facts that the doctor, not only the police, but the doctor had lied. Luego.
Primero, cuando llega la doctora, Shanquella Robinson ya había fallecido.
First, when the doctor had gotten there, Shanquella Robinson had already passed away.
Ella tenía de 7 de la mañana a 12 del día. En ese lapso ella había fallecido.
So what he gathered was from 7 a.m. in the morning to 12 p.m. During that time, Shanquella had already passed away.
Yes. He also said a couple of other interesting things, shocking things, that you just have to look and say, oh, wow, like, who are these people? I also want to mention I think it has come to that time now where we have to stop glorifying fights on reality shows. It has to come to an end. This is part of it. This is the influence of it. All these shows where they are fighting back and forth and glorifying this is got to stop. This can no longer be entertainment. Shanquilla, rest in power, beautiful girl. Her birthday is in January of next year. Should have been 26. And I promise you, Shanquilla, I am on top of this. I will continue to apply pressure. Any information I get, I will always bring it to you guys. I am on top of it. If it takes 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 2 years, we will get justice for you, Shanquilla. We have to get justice for you. And we have to help your parents. We have to. If we don't, then who are we? Who am I as a mother? We're not stopping with this. And I will try for those also that need a break, because it's such a sad case. I will be uploading in between. I haven't, because I haven't been myself. To be honest, I haven't been myself. As a mother, as a mother, and I know a lot of you say, Fumi, we are sisters to her too. We feel this too. You know, I get it. But you know, as a mom, it's horrible, and they have to be brought to justice. A lot of you also mentioned that there's no death penalty in Mexico. I don't want death penalty. I want them to live out their sentences. Yes, that's what we want for them. So go ahead, guys. Please continue to share. Continue to share these episodes. Continue to subscribe. This is the only way we will stay above water and force all the media outlets to keep up with this story. All right, my darlings, I send you so much love. You know, hang in there. Let's show love to one another in these times. That's the least that we can do. All right.